for 2022. After the women's singles, we turn our attention to men's singles, and it's the number 3 seed, Prannoy of India, up against a young man who's made quite a stir on the world scene this year, Kodai Naraoka of Japan. Following that, we'll have another men's singles, then we'll have men's doubles, and we'll finish with mixed doubles. And the world champions in the mixed doubles. So plenty to look forward to. Well, this, I can tell you, is a Group A encounter. And Group A features the defending champion, the reigning world and Olympic champion, Victor Axelsen, who's won 5 World Tour events. And the other 3 players in this group, the 2 we're about to watch and Lu Guangzhou, the 3 other players are all debutants at the World Tour finals. Group B, as you can see, headed up by Cho Tien Chen. He's in his 6th World Tour finals. If you were with us earlier, you would have seen that 3-game battle between the 2 Indonesians, Ginting and Christie. And Loh Ken Yew, the world champion from 2021. In fact, we've had 2 world championships since the last World Tour finals, because the World Championships of 2021, won by Loh Ken Yew in Huelva in Spain, took place 2 weeks after the World Tour finals. So it's very nice, in fact, that all 5 gold medalists from the Huelva World Championships have qualified for this year's World Tour finals. The world champions from 2022, of course, get an automatic invite. And there was a couple of repeats in there as well. Women's doubles winning in Huelva and in Tokyo. That was Chen Qingchen and Jia Yifan, and Yamaguchi, who we just watched. She won 2 back-to-back world titles as well. Well, here is Prannoy, the 30-year-old Indian star. What a year he has had. And how nice that he's qualified for the first time, perhaps in the latter stages of his career, for these season-ending championships. He was in 1 World Tour final this year. That was the Swiss Open. In fact, it was his second Swiss Open, having won the Swiss Open back in 2016.
Versus
Oh my goodness, what a role he played in India's Thomas Cup victory. But this man has caused a bit of a sensation this year. Kodai Naraoka, just 21 years of age. 3 finals this year at World Tour level, plus he won the Vietnam Open, which is a Super 100 event, but not part of the HSBC BWF World Tour. But that event does count towards the qualifying of the World Tour finals. Really has stamped his mark in world badminton.
And in fact, that win in Vietnam Super 100 got him the place here ahead of Lee Si-ja, so that was a super important win for him.
Yes, and I understand that the Super 100 events are still going to count towards the World Tour finals next year. Is that right, Steen? Is that what you've heard? There was talk that the 100s wouldn't count anymore.
I think they still count, but only the 14 best events, and I think only 3 from the Super 100 level.
Yeah, that makes eminent sense. Well, as you can see, this is the second meeting between these 2 players. The first encounter was won by Kodai Naraoka in the quarter-final of that Singapore Open, and as you saw, it was 3 games, an hour and 3 minutes before Naraoka won that quarter-final. In fact, went on to reach the final, where he lost out to Anthony Ginting, who we saw earlier. Well, as I was telling you, he's 30 years of age, and I'm pretty certain he was born in Kerala, not in Delhi. Now lives in Hyderabad. 180 I have him down as, rather than 179, so not quite sure. We'll get that checked out for you. Has been as high as 8, I do know that is correct. 4 weeks in total across 2 different spells. Number 12 at the moment, but the all-important number 3 on the World Tour finals list. And that's his highest ever finish on the either Super Series rankings or the now World Tour rankings. So it's been a good year for Prannoy. Kodai Naraoka, as I was telling you, 21 years of age from Omori, North Honshu. He's playing off his career high. It's his third consecutive week at 14 on the world ranking. And he qualified for these World Tour finals at number 5 on the qualifying list. Well, he's only the 4th player ever from Japan to qualify for the men's singles at the World Tour finals, or the equivalent finals, since 2007 and the inception of the Super Series. Other players from Japan were Kento Momota, of course, a former winner, Kenichi Tago. And I must be missing one somewhere. Who am I thinking about? Help me out, Steen. Well, Prannoy, in his first appearance here, played third singles in the Thomas Cup campaign, and for the first time ever, India winning the Thomas Cup. He must like playing here in Bangkok, I think, Prannoy. Fabio Lopez is our umpire for this one, and Fabio Beto from Italy is the service judge. Sho Sasaki is the other one I'm thinking about. Had a little bit of a mental block there, Steen. Could be good. Jet lag, I think. That's my excuse. Sho Sasaki, a left-hander. My goodness, he was a quick player, wasn't he? Well, looks as if Prannoy has got his right knee heavily strapped. We don't usually see it heavily strapped as that.
Prannoy, HS, India. And on my left, Kodai Naraoka, Japan. Kodai Naraoka to serve, love all, play.
So it is the 21-year-old from Japan, Kodai Naraoka, getting this Group A match underway against Prannoy and India.
Whoa!
Just missed it. Oh, what a year both these have had, but I think Prannoy, I mean, his role in the Thomas Cup campaign, the fact that he's qualified for the World Tour finals, he got married earlier this year. I mean, it has been a year that he will remember.
Yeah, and I think I thought about that knee strapping as well, because one of the things that have been so great here is that he's been able to play a full season without being injured.
All.
Yes, and he has been beset with injuries throughout his career.
Two, one.
Well, I think I think it was about November 2020, Prannoy employed a personal trainer to help him get fitter, and then he got problems. He had digestional problems, and he flew to America for treatment. He now monitors himself. He wears a patch on his arm 24/7 to monitor his, I don't know whether it's
different levels
of blood sugar, or what is it? He's not diabetic, so. I don't think.
No.
But certainly he's worked very hard on his physicality.
All kinds of different injuries he's had throughout his career. If you open a sports injury book, there's pictures of Prannoy with all the injuries. It's so good to see him back.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that knee strapping there, because to me it suggests that it's not so good, perhaps. And in this match here, he's challenged in terms of speed of movement anyway, so his racket should help him out here, and also everything he can get out of his legs would help him here against Naraoka.
Naraoka's a quick player, though, isn't he, Steen?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've watched some of his matches, and I've been thinking, you know, of course, there's Yu quick, there's Ginting quick, and I think Naraoka is tapping on the door of both of them.
Service over. 3-5.
I don't think he uses his speed in the same way as Yu and Ginting, in that he's not
that attacking.
He's not such an attacking player. There you can see the little patch on the back of his left arm there, the upper part of his arm, Prannoy. That's how he monitors what's happening during training, during sleep, during matches. Ever present.
Service over. 6-3.
The only Indian representative in the tournament here, so he was looking at the ceiling in the backhand corner there. Hasn't had any chance to speak to fellow countrymen. Maybe he's talked to other players about the drift, or maybe even listened in on commentary.
Just wide.
5-6.
It's a good point you make about Prannoy. No sparring partners here, because he's only a player, but you know, he is only the third-ranked men's singles player from India on the world ranking. So I mean, the fact that he has qualified is testament to what a good year he's had. Didn't even get selected for the Commonwealth Games.
No.
Service over. 6-7.
That's a good smash. He looks a little nervous to me, Steen, Prannoy.
Yeah.
Or tentative. I'm not sure which.
I think I related to his knee, that he doesn't really know how much workload he can put on it, but it's the same look as when he played the third men's singles in Thomas Cup, sort of trying to stay calm, not rush himself, not give away points, because
That's good smash.
you rush yourself in some situations.
9-6. Change.
It's good placement of the smash from Naraoka. Oh my goodness, that went over.
Stays in. Yeah.
Always challenging.
Prannoy HS challenges ball in.
First challenge of this men's singles. He thought it was wide. As you were alluding to earlier, Steve, we're not in the best position to see, but from this angled position that we're at, I thought that stayed in. And your immediate reaction was that it was in, and you were right.
It was more a call based on, I think there's a little bit sideways drift, right to left there that takes it in. And if you play your first match and leaves one that drops down from the ceiling, there's a good chance that the drift would have taken it.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, look how long of the back line that is. 11-6 to Naraoka, or Japan, at the mid-game interval here in the opening game. And Prannoy has got to rethink his strategy. If he's in a physical condition, be able to implement it. Coach.
Six. Play.
Oh yes.
Service over. 7-11.
Looks effortless as he hits that winning smash.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot.
Service over. 12-7.
Oh, that's good skill, isn't it?
13-7.
Good disguise on that push from Naraoka. Look at that. Oof. Take that. Quick. Very quick.
It's difficult for
14-7.
Prannoy here. I think he's falling too far behind now, even if he should get a better plan. I think he needs to put more pace into the service return. Play to the back court.
Yeah. 8 of the last 9 points to Naraoka. Yeah, 7-6 it was.
That's concerning.
That's very concerning if you're a Prannoy fan. Oh yes, wonderful.
16-7.
Nine of the last 10 points. We know it's difficult in men's singles playing from that far side of the court, Steve, but what have the players got to do? What have they got to say to themselves? I mean, they can't, they've got to at least win half a game from that end of the court, even if it goes to 3 games. You've got to figure out how you're going to play that end.
Yeah, you've got to attack. That's the only chance you have, and you have to start from the beginning of the rally, so you don't leave any opportunity for your opponent to put pressure on you. You've got to put pressure from the go, and that means small deceptions on service returns and fast-paced shots, in my opinion, preferably to the back court, so that's your best chance of opening the court. There was a good opportunity there. They played the cross defense, Prannoy. But as soon as the rally is 3, 4, 5 shots old, everything gets crammed on the front court of the player near to us, because it's too difficult to play the back court. So that's where you have these 3, 4 shots to try and create an opportunity for yourself playing the far side of the court. And playing a full game there is, I mean, you have to work like a maniac. You have to work so hard.
Yeah.
It's all out. It's 100% in each rally, and you still have a big risk of ending up losing the game. So the key period of the match is the first part of third game. If you're standing on the far side of the court there, can you score enough points?
Oh, that's a good kill.
But I must say that I am not sure that Prannoy will make it to a third game here, as it looks at the moment.
He looks off the pace apart from anything. And,
Yeah.
and you're right, it's probably all stemming from that knee injury. That's nice. But surely too little too late in this opening game.
10-18.
Another one drifts long.
Service over. 19.
If it's a recently sustained injury, it's a very unfortunate time for Prannoy here. Just ahead of the World Tour finals, but also in the period where he needs to sort of put on some extra in terms of the Olympic qualification coming on in May, which I would assume is a big goal of his in competition with 2, 3 other Indian male singles players.
Oh yes. Now that was a perfect example. Prannoy not able to lunge forward to the net in the way that we've seen him in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Game point opportunities for Naraoka.
Service over. 12-20.
That's a super shot. Wonderful movement to the round the head position from Kodai Naraoka to thread that smash straight down the line. Look at this. Move low, hit high. Beautiful example. And that just inside the sideline, the singles sideline there for a perfect winner. And a very commanding and convincing opening game for Kodai Naraoka. 21-12 in 16 minutes.
上に上がってくるケース増える。最後にこうやって足来ない。なるべく短い。短く上に上がる。上に上がる。少し増やして。あとはなんか頑張って前後動くの大事だから。最初はまだ最初は。Вот я сейчас, кстати, что-то ですから、東西ですから、というと、アニストピードです。Angelaki liftati sampai box başka. Yani malzeme kadar teşkil edilir. Teşkil tuzları görsünler kadar. 少なからずショックを絶対出て1へ投げるショックだからこっちはロビングアウトしちゃうと、ね、楽にしちゃうだからアウトの人は痛いです気持ちはアウトする絶対痛いだろう
Second game, love all, play.
Well, obviously with a change of conditions for both players. And that, oh dear, that's an ominous start to the second game. Naraoka is now playing with the drift. Perhaps a change of tactics from both players. Well, certainly Prannoy needs to do something a little differently. Oh, that's a beautiful net shot from Naraoka.
Over, 1-all.
And the positive thing for Prannoy's camp is that he probably can rule out a bit more on this near side of the court here. There's not going to be a whole lot of shots to the back court that he's going to have to worry about. He can leave most of them and hope that they go long. On the other hand, there's going to be shots going downwards on the front court, which will put pressure on his
2,
lunges.
1.
But he also got a bit more, not fully free, but a bit more free shot selection himself.
Service over, 2-all.
Behind the back, but to no avail.
Service over, 3-2. Service over, 3-all.
Oi, that got him long.
4-3.
Oh, that was loose block from Prannoy.
Are you sure? I think maybe it would have been on purpose. Playing it a little bit into the court.
He's playing it into the court and playing it too high.
Yeah,
into the
I
court.
think I agree it was a bit too high.
Yeah.
3. Play.
Well left.
6.
Bringing himself out of balance here. Naraoka. Good play.
Yeah. Interesting, he came from above the shuttle to play that block, Prannoy, rather than coming from underneath it. Therefore, he had so many options. Watch him here. Look, coming from above, could have pushed it, chose to block it. But when you've got the options, opponents aren't sure what to do. They can't anticipate in the same way. This is a good little run, 5 straight points for Prannoy.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's moved his base forward, hasn't he, Prannoy?
He has. He can rule out the back line.
Yeah.
And I feel that he's one of the badminton cleverest players on the tour. If you can talk about that, the meaning is that if there's like 16 different skills and your opponent is ahead on 15, he will find a way to get the game going so that his one skill set is going to make the difference.
Yeah.
So, good badminton brain.
So that's different in a way to tactical awareness then? Or is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's at least it's related, closely related.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same. It's something to do with the courage to go for the plan. We saw it with An Se-young in the previous match. She was just about to come back in the first game, putting pressure on a certain area of the court of Yamaguchi. I think Anders Antonsen also has some of the same.
Yeah, definitely.
He has An Se-young as his favorite female player, so that makes sense because there's similarities between their playing style, that they're taking chances, exploiting the opponent's weaker sides.
8 straight points now. 2-3 down.
Yeah.
10-3 up. Now, it comes to an end now at 8 points.
That was an unfortunate point for Prannoy there because it gave the coaches a referral point when they're talking to Kodai Naraoka. And he's got to make the court bigger.
You keep using this expression, make the court bigger.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Playing the back court from the side where you're not supposed to be able to play it. Otherwise,
you're not using the back of the court.
He hasn't played the back court yet in this rally. Now he plays it.
And then he has to come forward. So he's been made to use
the full length.
All of the court. So that's what you mean by making the court
exactly.
big.
Yeah. It's like you say, okay, there's a lot of drift, don't play it to the backcourt. Yeah, but you can't do that because then your opponent is too clever. He covers that little court that's left.
Yeah.
So you have to, in good position, you have to play it with as much quality as you can.
Yeah.
As much pressure as you dare to.
Oh, that's a beautiful little hold and then block back to the net from Prannoy. And his reward is a 6-point advantage here at the mid-game interval in the second game.
Just looking at it. Make him move. But there are very easy with him.
Good one, 20 seconds. Good one, 20 seconds.
Patience रहना है तेरे पास.
6-point advantage is
11,
a handsome
5.
lead, but I don't think it's
Play.
necessarily decisive. Still a way back for Naraoka. Um,
12,
really
5.
But maybe also still so far behind that unless he gets some easy points, might not want to open up for what's in the bag for an eventual third game.
13,
I could definitely
5.
I could definitely see that as a coach, that the chance that you're winning in 2 here is still so slim that you want to save the goodies for when it matters most.
14, 5.
it's loose. Yeah. I think he's possibly made that
15,
decision
5.
already, Steen Naraoka.
Yeah.
It does, I have to say, I know you and I have discussed it many times, your suggestion, along with, I think it was a fellow Dane, wasn't it, that suggested that we should change ends halfway through each game, so that each game a player experiences both the good and the bad end, as we do in the third game, but we'd do it in each game
Yeah.
throughout the match.
Then you have an equal chance of winning each game, and we will have a lot of games saved where we don't go to a third game because the worst player doesn't get awarded a game, more or less, and we will have games that are really entertaining from the go. I mean, this big lead here, we're basically at the moment
16,
anticipating a third
6.
game.
Yeah. Do you remember who chose ends?
I think Prannoy chose ends.
Yeah. It's well judged. Oh, challenge here from Naraoka.
Challenges
I don't think he'll win that challenge. But you never know. Still both challenges left in this opening game, but now only one. Clearly not.
Successful. 1 challenge remaining. 17-6. Play. Over. 7-17.
Well played.
Yeah. Got him caught out in that deep backhand corner.
8-17.
Yeah, it is
Over.
quite a difference.
18.
Yeah, and that's the slowest corner, that one,
Yeah.
because both the sideways drift and drift alongside the court helps keep it in.
Oh, that's a super shot. That is absolutely
19,
delightful from
8.
Prannoy. 2 points away from taking this second game. Another one lands right in the corner.
Service
Oh, it's
over.
called out.
9-19.
Wow.
Too long.
It's going wide. So game point opportunities for Prannoy to level this Group A encounter at 1 game apiece. One game all. Yeah, tried to anticipate, sort of half-heartedly stepped into that. 21-9. The umpire calls. 2 games played in 32 minutes. Look where he hit that smash from. Not even at the double service line. One game all. Prannoy taking the second game against Naraoka. 21-9.
Final game, lock of play.
So here we go, third and deciding game. Prannoy of India, far side of the court, as we're all looking down. Got the opening game to 12, then won the second to 9. But psychologically, I think when you can score a point per rally, it's, we've been doing in badminton since 2006, but in my day you had to be serving. I think with the point per rally system, I think I'd like to get a good start to a deciding game.
Yeah.
Psychologically, I think I'd changed my mind. I always wanted to end the best end.
I think also it depends on the severity of the conditions.
Yeah, good point.
Within the first 3 shots, he's tried to play the backcourt of Kodai Naraoka. And when he's done that, he really needs to play the front court with high quality afterwards. Good deception.
That's a good return of serve.
Service over. 2-all.
His side, Prannoy. It's not just that he's had you know, he's got through to a final this year. He's a big part of the Thomas Cup victory. Prannoy, you look at some of the players he's beaten this year as well. You know, he's beaten Ginting, he's beaten Momota, former world #1, former world champion. Lo Kenyu, former world champion. Cho Tien Chen as well, he's beaten this year.
And he beat Victor in was it December in Bali in 2021.
Yeah, I was looking at this year's results.
I know, but
yeah.
he's beaten good players.
Yep, it was in the Indonesian Masters. It was a 750 event in Bali. It was in the second round that he beat Victor Axelsen. And incidentally, it was a game at 8-14 down and still won. So never write off Prannoy. That's a good shot. Look at that backhand. Hardly touched it. What's that? That's a good foot long of the back line.
Yeah. Got to try and play cross. That's the option you have. That you can play these recovery shots from the back line. You can actually play them cross, which normally is very difficult if the shuttles are a bit slow and you're playing up against the drift. But here you can do it and then open up the court that way.
That was very telling after that previous rally, not the rally we've just seen. Longest rally, 25 shots.
Yeah.
That tells you the conditions are tough.
I watched some of the women's doubles earlier on today, and that was one of the longest rallies was 27 shots, which is basically service return in the women's doubles. No, that's not true because they've been more attacking, but it's not a lot in women's doubles.
No, it isn't. Oh, that's gone wrong at the back line. Did it touch him?
No.
4-5.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again, you know.
But the umpire, Fabio Lopez, he had no chance of seeing it because Prannoy had the back to him, and it would have been on his chest that he would have touched it if he did.
Oh dear, what happened there?
5-all.
Shoe almost come off, or did he almost twist an ankle? What on earth happened to Prannoy? Let's have another look. I think his shoe almost came off.
Yeah. 3 terrible points for Kodai Naraoka. Oh, he lost his racket.
Dropped his racket. You need that, young man.
5.
Oh, dear. Well, that proves he's got a soft grip, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You coaches are always telling us, have a soft grip, don't grip the racket too tightly. Well, if the racket handle becomes a little bit sweaty...
That was a technical problem there. The thumb should have gone in and locked the grip. It didn't. That was too soft.
Yeah, blame the racket.
Yeah. Throw it away. But 4 straight points for Prannoy here. That could be decisive.
It could
be decisive.
Big influence on this, you're right.
There's a chance that he scores at least 1 or 2 points more before the interval. 8-11, that's advantage.
Yeah.
Good serve. It's one of the things that we haven't talked too much about in terms of Prannoy's game. His net game, his touch at the net has been magnificent today. His racket has done some of the things it should to help him out of the lack of speedy movements compared to Naraoka.
Oh, that's good reactions from Naraoka. I was about to say, very good reactions from Prannoy to play that backhand attacking shot.
7.
Not sure we'll see it again. Good reactions from both of them. That's well in.
Excellent.
7-all.
If I were Naraoka, I would definitely see if I could put more pressure on that long forehand corner, and that would be one of my go-to shots when he changes ends.
Service over. 8-7.
Yeah, the verbal celebrations are getting louder and louder. You can tell that this is crunch time and very, very important to both players to win this encounter.
Okay, thank you.
Is Naraoka wearing strapping on his right calf?
I thought it was just high strapping from the ankle.
Ah, yeah.
Kodai. Shadow.
He's not happy with the court attendant with the mopping.
Show you.
And we saw
Okay,
earlier
thank
today
you.
both Ginting and Christie slip on the court, but luckily only on a few occasions, and
Play.
no one else really has slipped the way they did. Good shot.
Oh, it's a
Excellent.
beauty. Lovely.
Service over. 8-all.
Almost a pearly tan shot.
Yeah. No, then he wouldn't have been allowed to play it without playing the straight smash first. Long.
Judged.
Service over. 9-8.
Well, Prannoy might even have the lead going into the
That's what you should always aim
last
for.
half. Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting to see what Naraoka can come up with.
Oh,
That's excellent.
well taken. I like that.
Service over. 9-all. Change. Players.
Yeah, the umpire's getting a little bit irritated about the amount of time taken in between rallies. Prannoy Lopez from Brazil. Good net shot. Oh, he was off balance when he played that drop shot, Prannoy.
10-9.
Backhand defensive shot was almost played in slow motion, but that's a beauty.
HS.
It's
Challenge
called out,
called
but
out.
Prannoy is challenging. I saw that as good.
Yeah, who did that? Who called that out?
It
Was
was
it
called
the,
sideline judge, I think.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Here we are. The instant review will tell us for sure. We've got instant review on both the courts here at the World Tour Finals. That's well wide. How on earth was that called in?
Challenge unsuccessful. One
Oh, it was
challenge
called out.
remaining.
Yeah,
It's
it
me
was called
that's.
out.
It's me making the
11,
blunder.
9. Interval. Change ends.
Well, I'm going to give up on making these calls, Steen, from considering we're at such an angle to the court. I'm way off
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
radar.
サーブ出して、ね、こっちのコートは
Two-point advantage in the deciding game to Kodai
サーブ出して
Naraoka.
疲れるじゃん。それだけとの準備。フットワークのね、頑張り。そこだよ。まあ、動きたくね、しっかりカウンター準備できるから、それがうちのコーチで。で、最初言ったようにラウンドスマッシュって前つけるからね。
Good one, 20 seconds. Good one, 20 seconds. Good job.
So a 2-point advantage for Naraoka. But my immediate question in my mind is that enough?
11.
Given he's now got the more difficult end to play from.
Play. Service over. 10, 11. Play.
Yeah, look at the reaction of Prannoy as well. He very much believes he can win this. So he should.
Service over.
There's verbal celebrations with one of the two players after every rally now.
He's on his pace, Naraoka.
Good defence.
Oh!
My goodness. A little bit of trickery. And what pace to the rally.
12. Change.
Look at that.
Play.
I'm not sure it's the right plan for Naraoka.
What, lifting from the net there? What-
No, attacking. I think the lift wasn't that good either because he was under pressure or at least a little bit off balance. But like I said in the second game, I think he needs to make the court big early in the rally.
Service over. 30.
I think Prannoy is nervous. He has struggled with nerves in the past. I've watched him in matches where he's been in what appears to be a winning position. Can't close out the match.
And it's not so easy if you're a little bit tense to play
Yeah.
the defense with accuracy. It's easier to sort of let it all out in the attack.
Yeah. No, I agree totally. it under the net.
13, 14.
I think we can safely say he anticipated that.
14 all.
Too high, too slow. The shot from Naraoka.
That's the sort of shot, Steen, that makes me think Prannoy is nervous.
The backhand there?
The backhand where he makes an error. This one.
Yeah.
It was almost hesitant with the movement as well, and then, you know, didn't really flow through with the racket and the shot making. That's gone wrong.
16, 14.
Lucky.
Maybe they're both nervous.
Over. 15, 16.
So far it's been Prannoy trailing, catching up, then falling too behind. You can't continue doing that and still stay alive. Good shot.
Yeah. That's great work from Naraoka. My goodness, he was under pressure at one stage in that rally.
Over. 17, 15.
That one.
That's an amazing shot, isn't it?
But I like that he tried to get it away instead of playing the straight net as he's done a couple of times where Prannoy is waiting.
Play on.
That's using the playing conditions to your advantage.
Service over. 16,
It takes a lot of guts to play that backcourt again from Naraoka's side. Can Prannoy capitalize on that?
Oh, good net shot.
Down close. Yeah, that's well played.
Yeah, it's a huge physical effort from Naraoka on that far side of the court. He's asking for the court to be mopped. The umpire's saying just use your foot because he thinks he's just trying to waste time. And I agree with the umpire. There's no dive in there.
He's not going to get a whole lot of artistic impression points for that dance there. Naraoka. I don't think there was any sweat.
So one game all, 17 all in the deciding game. Good flick serve. That's gone long.
Service over. 18-17. Quick out.
Such an important point. Oh my goodness, good net shot. Oh! And an error from Prannoy. When he had worked the opening, he'd forced the short lift.
17.
And he finds the net. That could be very, very costly. There's the beautiful net shot off the net shot from Prannoy. Look where his feet are. He's on the double service line. That was a short lift from Naraoka, but he couldn't convert, couldn't take advantage. Well,
Yes. Thank you.
that could prove very, very costly. 2-point advantage for Naraoka and 2 points away from a win in this first match of Group A. Another error from Prannoy. And it is match point opportunities, 3 of them to be precise, for Kodai Naraoka. And he's done it. A third error in 3 rallies from Prannoy. And Kodai Naraoka wins this Group A encounter in 3 games. 21-12, 9-21, 21-17 in the deciding game in a match lasting exactly 1 hour. Well, that third game was very nearly as long as the first 2 games put together. The first 2 games finished after 32 minutes.
Match won by Kodai
And that included a 2-minute timeout.
21-12, 9-21,
The disappointment for Prannoy etched all over his face. But the victory goes to the young Japanese player. Kodai Naraoka sinks to the ground. Relief as much as elation. Well, 1 match played, 1 match won in this Group A encounter. Confirmation of the scoreline: 21-12, 9-21, 21-17 in the deciding game in a match lasting 1 hour. Well, coming up next, we stick with Group A, and it is the defending champion and 3-time winner, the reigning world and Olympic champion, Victor Axelsen, against Lu Guangzhou of China. So welcome back to Bangkok, day one of competition here at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. My goodness me, what a thrilling match we've just had in the men's singles, and